Yo, Deuterino.
Yo, Debo.
What's going on with you, bro?
Oh man, just living. That's just getting by. What's going on with you?
Trying to make sense out of things most days, brother. And try to, see if things are or not what they seem. So, but that's just me. That's just me. It sounds like I know. I tell you, well, you're wondering if I'm fronting, but I'm not. I'm just trying to see if things are real or not. But anyways, you know, is that good, bad? I don't know what that was.
You were good. I had
Okay.
some music coming out of my computer,
Is that what happened? Stunned you there
and
for
it
a second.
distracted me.
I
And I was
see.
trying to figure out why it chose now to happen.
It just, you know what it was? It just knew that now was the time to distract you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little distraction that you got and see if I can double down on it. And I guess I can't because that's not playing there. And so, we've been having this problem with G's entrance music here lately, Duder. You know what I mean? I know more. Press the button to bring out G each time, and it never works. It never. I can. You know what? He's coming out to this one. It's a little bit funky. Nod your head to a little bit.
Sounds like Molly at 3 a.m.
It kind of does. That's all right. We'll bring G out to a little bit of a Molly at 3 a.m.
I'm gonna have to start bringing my own music.
Yeah, man. I was swearing the button was working yesterday, and then
Sure.
and some things after time don't work as well as they used to. But other people say it gets better with age. So I mean, I don't know. All things can be considered. G, how was your week?
Funeral planning was okay.
Yeah.
We're starting off like that.
Yeah, as G, you know what I mean. I worry about asking how he's doing because then I'm going to find out that everything I'm worried about is going to seem real small.
We got the flyers made up. We're getting ready to do the cremation. Yeah.
You gonna follow? You got that, Duder? You gonna follow that one up?
Mm-hmm.
Your mic's not working. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, your mic's, yeah. He's okay. Oh, yeah.
Having technical difficulties.
Do you know that you don't have a button for a microphone? But that's fine. Well, thanks for bringing in such a light mood. On that note, the other day I walked in off of a funeral. I remember I walked into a break room, and I just left a funeral. I just come from a funeral, and I walked into a break room. And everybody's like, "Hey, look at you, looking sharp! Oh, hey, that guy! All right, hey." I say, "Oh, all right," And they were like, "So, what's the big occasion?" I mean, they spent a good minute, a good 30 seconds on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funeral. Funeral. And so,
gotta go put the nephew in the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of. What?
I had a similar. I don't want to put the funeral vibes on it, but I had a similar incident today. As a matter of fact,
okay.
My boss a couple weeks ago, my boss said his bachelor party was coming up, and I thought it was this past weekend.
Okay.
And on Thursday, he sent out a text and said, "I'm having some personal issues. Going to be gone for a couple days. Reach such and such person if you need anything." And in my head, I'm like, dude's just going on his bachelor party, doesn't want to tell the whole company.
Right, just want to be,
using the personal issues
there you go.
Excuse.
Yeah, I like that.
That's fine. No problem. So I didn't say anything. And then I talked to him today. Said, "Hey man, how was your bachelor party? You don't have to use that personal issues excuse. You're the boss. Just take time off." He goes, "Actually, my fiance's mom has brain cancer."
Hey, you beat me.
I was like, "Man, that's a shitty excuse. Just say it's a bachelor party." No, but I didn't say that. I apologize, obviously.
Is that one of those foot in mouth moments that we all enjoy? Well, G, best of luck.
Way to start us off.
Best of luck with the funeral. Yeah, exactly. Way to go.
June 7th is the funeral. I got the music. I have to do the music. So
how are plans coming?
We are now just trying to come up with a fund for his daughters.
Hmm.
So but then as soon as you started talking about fundraising for something, another fundraiser popped up for the frat. So I got that going on this week.
Is that for your daughter's frat? Am I correct on that one?
No, my frat.
Your frat. Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. The
my
one
military frat.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Back to the frat. I remember the frat. That frat.
Yeah, my frat.
Well, always, G, with planning, we're hoping that all goes well on that one. It's a lot to undertake. I'm going to horrible segue over to.
No easy way out.
I just felt like it was a hole I was digging myself out, but that's just a grave joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
At the point in the
Jungle
end.
Cruise. What are you gonna do, man? You're stuck in the spot. You know you can do anything now. Anyways, one of the reasons we came here today was to talk a little bit about the baseball. Is that
Racism? Baseball.
Well, we're definitely gonna get into
something lighthearted.
Something not
Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Talk racism.
Probably. One way to lighten the mood would be to talk racism at this point. But no, we're going to talk a little bit about baseball. We're going to talk a little bit about the home team, and we're going to talk a little bit about whether or not you think that this sport's going to stick around, or whether it's going to get out of here. I don't know.
We're going to put the sport in the grave.
Man, just come on, just leave it. Just
it might get back there with soccer, but
I don't. It's just so bad.
Well, going in the grave.
Let me ask. We had talked shortly about this on one of the last episodes, and we were supposed to have an extra guest on here today to talk maybe the other side, but that was unachievable. So I feel like we're just going to put it back down in the hole, but we'll just double check with it. Do you believe if you were, not soccer, if you were football, and if one of you were hockey, and if the other one of you were, I'm missing basketball. There we go. Would you allow? Are you taking that? There you go. Yeah. When baseball shows up in the room, are you talking behind his back? Are you like, hey, man, this guy's slipping? His numbers are low. His game is long. His highlights are limited. And you really got to know someone to be in the game, to be into the game anymore. So is baseball on the way out from the seat at the round table of the fabulous 4 American sports that will hold standards, or the top 5? Is it going to slide down to the 6th seat? I say yes. I say it's over the next 20 years. I think it's going to be a slow process, and I think its seat's just going to slip. I believe Dude agrees with me, but Dude, I'll take your points on this because I know we're going in a different direction here in a minute in baseball.
I'm at brunch because I'm waffling a little bit on this.
Ooh, sir.
I think if you're soccer, you're telling baseball, hey, you can come sit at my table. Well, we can be cool. Let's talk about this. And if you're football or basketball, you're like, man, you used to be cool. You ain't sitting over here.
Yeah.
Who's
sitting with soccer though? I just wonder at the tables over there. Rugby sitting over there. Soccer.
The WNBA.
WNBA.
Damn. Again. I just think I saw an equality commercial just for the WNBA the other day. They were like, "Come on!"
I was watching the Aces last night.
Nice.
Golf is sitting over there.
Golf sitting over there at the with soccer, or does golf kind of get a pass sometimes to go over to the Fab Five table?
Golf is sitting with soccer, except for the 4 Sundays of the year during the majors.
Then we let it.
When basketball and football are like, "Hey, bro, why don't you sit with us today?"
Those would be the times. All right. Well, Duder, we had talked to Hare second, and you'd brought an article up to my attention that I wanted to touch on. Is this racist? Is this racist? And
speaking of baseball dying,
yes. A longer segment I hope to hold, which is this racist? And I think it's a good segment to start doing these days. And because a lot of times maybe some people don't know if it's racist. I think it's usually fairly easy to tell if something's racist, but I mean sometimes you got to context things. And in 2022, not a bad idea to start contexting things. So is this racist? And so we're gonna see if it is or isn't in the context. Duder, what was the story?
All right, I'm going to give you the background, a brief synopsis. I'm going to start with the event in question. Yankees third baseman Josh Donaldson, a white man, called Chicago White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson, a black man, Jackie, in reference to Jackie Robinson. They had an on-field incident. Josh Donaldson tagged Tim Anderson a little bit too hard. Tim Anderson took exception to that. Some words were exchanged. In the next game, a little something happened here and there. A couple words are exchanged. And then as Josh Donaldson is rounding the bases, he says, "Hey, Jackie, how'd you like that, Jackie?" Or something to that effect to Tim Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim Anderson didn't like it. Bench is cleared. Little, they call it a brawl in baseball, but really it's it's like a
shoving
high
match.
school party.
Yeah,
everybody just gets a little too close, and there's a little bit of pushing involved, and some people spill beer on each other.
Except for the two guys that get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Except for those two guys.
Except for those guys.
Yeah, those guys.
But Major League Baseball has decided to suspend Josh Donaldson one game for what they're calling inappropriate conduct. And Josh Donaldson is appealing and saying in 2019, in a Sports Illustrated interview, Tim Anderson himself said he's going to be the Jackie Robinson for this generation. Is it racist for Josh Donaldson to call him Jackie if a couple years ago the man himself said he's going to be the Jackie Robinson for this generation?
Well, seeing as baseball is trying to bring back black folks into the game, bad timing. It was
bad timing for sure.
Bad timing, yeah.
Is there ever a good timing for something like that? Is there ever a really good timing for someone to say to somebody else?
Right after the article, that would be a good timing, because then it would have been seen as a joke.
Then it's poignant.
Yeah.
The article was 2019. It's 2022 now.
Okay, wait. Okay, all right. Hold on. I'm gonna back it up. I'm just gonna the wheels just a little bit, a little slower. So in 2019, he refers to himself as Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I
okay, all right. Okay, well, okay, fine. No. I'm just gonna want to make sure his context of what he is saying is I am the next Jackie. All right, but he's not saying I'm the next new kid on the block. He's not saying I'm the next person you're going to be derogatory towards. Where is he pointing the arrow of Jackie? What context is he meaning that he's going to be Jackie in 2019?
I'm glad you asked, because this is why I take issue with it.
Well, okay. Well, what do you got?
So obviously, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. And in the process, he had to go through a lot of shit to do that. We don't need to rehash everything. I think we all have a fair understanding of that. Tim Anderson, Chicago White Sox shortstop, is saying he kind of feels, this is a direct quote, I kind of feel like today's Jackie Robinson because he wants to break the fun barrier. He wants to make it baseball. He wants to make baseball fun again. He wants to show people that you can have fun playing baseball. You can flip the bat. You can cheer with your teammates. You don't need to act like you've been there before.
This is the context. This is the context that he meant it in.
The context he says in the article.
Right. Okay.
I kind of feel like today's Jackie Robinson.
Okay.
I'm going to break the fun barrier.
All right. Hands up. Okay.
Really? I see.
Okay.
It feels like G's face agrees.
Hold on. Okay. So fine. My point would be to assume that a person speaking about themselves, speaking about somebody else, is taking it in a good direction. And it sounds like he was. He was trying to take it in a good direction. When you're rounding third base and you're saying what's up to somebody about the last play, whatever you're saying ain't in a good direction. I don't care if you like, hey man, nice shoes. Okay? Because you don't mean that. Or you do, right? Because exactly, third base, that's right. So the point is, in society today, we enjoy the long joke. Well, you remember when you said, that's the long joke, and then there's context to it, and we all like to, and politics loves it forever, you know what I mean? And it's a never dying thing. You can't say something once and not be ridiculed for it. The point is, racism is all about how you intended it. And
exactly.
And I do not believe he intended it as a good vibed intention, which means
when Josh Donaldson called him Jackie,
right,
he did not have good intentions.
No, and I don't believe that. I mean, when you want to name call or talk trash, I think that you can do those kinds of things. I think that those kinds of things happen. But I think that when you talk trash and name call, you know what I mean? You like we were trying to get out of a conversation about a funeral a couple minutes ago. You got to be careful how you're stepping around on it. You just can't just say anything and then think that there's going to be no context. And I truly believe when he said it, he was attempting and succeeding at being racist. He was not trying to be racist, and I don't think he was trying to be clever, as clever as you can be, because you can be pretty damn clever. But I believe that his intention was to determine race at that instant. In a shameful manner, and not determine race or not determine race. I believe it was racially motivated. Was it racist? Racially motivated? Maybe there might be some what is it? When we were the terrorist attacks.
You're not gonna call a white guy Jackie.
You're not gonna call a white guy Jackie, but you could. But would it be racist?
I don't know, but we'll let G chime in. But here's the problem I have with it. You took the words right out of my mouth. It was not created. It was not. There was no effort put into this. If you weren't trying to be racist and you were just trying to talk shit, and have fun and the spirit of competition,
right? It's
a terrible diss.
Yeah,
you're gonna call me one of the most important historical figures in not only the history of our country, but definitely the history of the sport we're playing as a diss?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Tom Brady. Am I under your skin now? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
G, what do you think?
G?
It was just bad timing for for that guy. He should have read the room better before he did that. He may have been referring to the article and saying that he was having fun because he just, here I go rounding by you again. Ha ha ha. But he didn't read the room since we just had a shooting.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Although, no. When can't you say that?
This was my said it 2 years ago.
This is my point. I disagree.
I just mean we just had a shooting. The sun came up.
Yeah, but
I think if he would have said it,
mass shooting, and we just got rid of 45, and he keeps coming back, and it's just he's just not reading the room. He didn't read the room well. He could have said so many other things to talk about him and do something, but that one, he didn't read the room. Was it racist? I'm a lean on. I don't think it was, because I think he probably was referring to that article.
And I tend to agree with you, G. The issue I'll bring up is, and I think we can all agree, it's not, and Debo might have even said this in the beginning, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's the intentions behind it.
Yeah, it is the
You know,
intention behind it.
it's in 2022. Racist dudes aren't just throwing the N-bomb around.
No.
Like they're finding other ways so that you have to have this. Wait a minute, was that racist? What can I? Now maybe I know it was racist, but can I prove it was racist? And they're skirting the issue by choosing what to say and then letting you know what it means by how they say it.
And that's, you know what, to that point, you know, that's never not been a thing. You know what I mean? That's always been the way to be racist. This is the problem with racism. The whole problem is like, are they being racist? Is always the question. Is never not the question. And I think, and this is why I believe, Duder, we're gonna have to come up with some different scales of, you know, like racism. You know what I mean? How racist was it? You know what I mean? Was it it? You know what I mean? Because
I think that's what it's gonna have to be. How racist was it?
I mean, does anybody here want to say that they've never said or uttered a racist comment in their life? Because I know I sure don't. I want to make sure that I know that I never said it in an intent to hurt someone's feelings. I never said it with an intent to be mean. But you know, jokes are jokes, and we and I lived through the 80s and the 90s. And boy, oh boy, whether I was forced to hear them or repeat them or know them, I tell you, some of them are funny, but all of them are horrible. And I want to get the level of racism that we're you know, because we did 9/11, we did the orange, you know what I mean, and we did no one understood it. But I feel like the level of racism has to be kind of categorized from maybe, you know. Maybe the KKK guy being the kind of like the best worst racism, because I don't mind him, because at least he's, you know, at least I can see him coming. You know what I mean? He's all in white.
He's out there.
He's out there. You know what I mean? I can avoid him if I choose to. It's kind of helpful. To maybe all the way down to the closet parent over 60 racism who. Oh, was that racist, honey? I didn't even know. We didn't say that about those people. I don't, you know, to that extent of.
That's just how we've always said.
Just ignorant of.
Yeah.
You people maybe might be the other spectrum, right?
From you people to Klan.
From Klan to you people, right? Might be the racist spectrum, and I think that this guy. I'm gonna give him a 6 on the. I'm gonna give him a plus. You know, I'm gonna give him a 6 on the Klan to you people race to, you know, because it really felt like when you're around a third and there's a guy you want to talk about and you could say anything you wanted to say. I mean, you could say anything you wanted to say. Anything. You could pick so many things.
Yeah.
And you know this guy. Don't give me that shit. You know this guy. You know you got beef. Okay?
Yeah.
Reportedly, they've had beef for a couple of years.
Choose your
publicized beef.
Choose your words, man. And if you want to choose them and you think you're funny, choose them well. You know. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this on the 6. I'm gonna give this a 6. Do you think this is racist? I give it a 6. G, what do you got?
I'm gonna go 5.
Okay.
Because I just don't think he read the room, and he was bringing up old stuff. He was bringing up old stuff, and he didn't read the climate of the atmosphere. He was being a 45.
Okay.
He was being.
G's gonna let that slide right on the scale of racism. He's gonna just go, sir. Jesus gonna give him the look as he goes by.
As he goes by, I'm like,
just don't give him the.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna give him the look on the. Okay. So from exactly. There you go. So from your scale, and maybe I don't know if you have a different scale, given the pigment, but I mean, you tell me on the racist scale. Our
scale is how to savage.
I see. How to savage.
There you go.
I thought you would have. It wouldn't have been how. It'd have been like, you know, them people, right? Because
no, because everybody, even the not racist people, how.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I get it. All right,
All
sure.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sure I say something,
Yeah.
like greeting in someone else's language. I don't mean it to be racist.
Yeah.
So that's why it's the bottom part of the spectrum.
How
and then
about-
savage being the top part?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 in honor
Ooh,
of the
okay.
Orange Man.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily think it was racist, but if you were just talking shit, that's like the worst possible thing you could say. Like it's the
Yeah.
least creative. It's clumsy.
Yeah.
You're actually calling him one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Jackie Robinson just broke the color barrier. He's better than 99% of people who've ever picked up a baseball bat.
Yeah.
So it'd be one thing if you
I'm
just
upset
called
with
him.
Little Boy comparing himself to Jackie Robinson by saying he's bringing the fun. Jackie didn't bring the fun back into baseball.
Well, he's saying he's breaking the barrier.
Let me ask
from
one question.
Old stodgy baseball to now, let's celebrate like basketball. Let's celebrate like football. Let's be out here showing emotion. He's not saying Jackie did that. Jackie couldn't do that. He would have been probably killed.
So the problem.
This is why I don't see the comparison.
The problem with racism is there's the fun question that you always get to ask as a bonus question. It goes like this:
Right.
If he had never made a comment to himself, comparing himself to Jackie Robinson in 2009. This is the if question.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the problem with racism is at the end of it that we agreed, everybody gave them their scale, then we asked the if question, and then we're going to ask the scale question again. Okay, we're going to remove the 2019 article.
Well, now you're victimizing Tim Anderson for something a white dude said to him. Like now it's Tim Anderson's fault.
Well, hold on.
All right.
I'm saying if this guy had never referred to himself as Jackie Robinson.
Right. You should address like that if you didn't want them to rape him.
No. I hear you saying no.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the article never existed. He never did it. Right? And in 2022, rounding third base, you go up to a player that you got a problem with and you go, "Nice one, Jackie."
Oh,
okay. This is the if question.
That's 100% racist.
Okay, wait a second. Hold on. So wait a second.
That's a 10 out of 10.
So my point is,
he would be the Babe Ruth of racism.
You get the 10 out of 10 over here if I've never called myself that, sir, right?
Right.
But because I've referred to myself in that context, you get a 50% racism, sir.
You get a discount.
You get a discount on the racism. It's just terrible.
It's 3/5 racist is what it is at that point.
But did you agree if he's never referred to himself back in the day compared to Jackie Robinson, and then he ran, I'm mad with this dude, he comes up to you, says, "Whatever, Jackie," now it's racist?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna say that was racist.
Yeah. See, cheese down.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
I mean, the difference is because now you're clearly there's no question.
But the point
are
is,
you saying this to reference the article,
right?
Or are you saying this?
This is the problem with racism.
Just because of the color of my skin.
The problem with racism is that once we remove the if, everybody knows, right? And the problem why he used something that he wouldn't have used without an if is because he knows he can walk the line. And so it puts us in a situation of asking, is this racism? When I'm sure two people know exactly how they felt that day. And one might have been trying to hurt the other person. And were they trying to use race as the bullet, not the gun? Was that the intention? Could you have loaded a big shoe comment? Could you talked about his mama? Why didn't you talk about his mama? Well, that's too far. I don't understand. Take the race bullet the fuck out the gun, man. But anywho, that's only the if question. The if question only comes after we decide if it's racist. Now, of course, this is only a 5.3 on the Richter racism scale. Looks like hood's down, guys. Hood's down. All right.
Can I put a bow on? Or do you have any?
No. Go ahead. Light the torch.
I'd rather not. In 2019, at the time the article came out where Tim Anderson referenced being Jackie Robinson of fun, which I'd just like to point out, you can still eat in the restaurant with your teammates. You can still stay in the hotel with your teammates. You can vote for having fun.
Well,
so the Jackie Robinson comparison is a bad one, but that's fine.
Yeah.
At the time he made that comment, there were only 72 Black American baseball players in professional baseball, which
Wow.
is half as many in 1994. And then if you take the total from 1994, that's like a third as many from the 70s, which was like the peak. So baseball is losing. I mean, it's hard to get the numbers on the black audience, but baseball has a shortage of black baseball players.
Yep.
Does that
Yep. Which is why
change
they're
the
trying
conversation? Does that make it better, worse? Does it?
like I said, they're trying to get black people to get more involved into baseball.
No, it still makes it horrible. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
really change the
When
conversation.
he does that, when he said that didn't make it help. That didn't help their.
It didn't help.
All right, gentlemen, real quick, I need
should
to
have read the room.
I need to get over here to the new hotness in the room. We want to make sure that world peace was still doing its thing. We got a world peace parrot, and we want to check with the world peace parrot and see if he has any things that he's heard that he can help us with in world peace. World peace parrot, could you give us a sign?
Stop fucking with China.
Okay, okay. It's interesting. World peace parrot.
Who's the parrot hanging around is the question.
You know what I mean? You never know. He just repeats what he's saying, whether that's been he's just watching the news or he's in certain rooms. But did you happen to? I heard Biden got a little mouthy while he was visiting Japan. G, did you catch my man getting a little wordy, chest all puffed out? Stars and stripes kind of behind him. He was like, "Huh."
I think
Taiwan?
Up,
Taiwan? Oh, you want Taiwan? Oh.
He said after standing up to Putin and, holding his ground with Putin and saying, and Putin going, stop giving the Ukrainians weapons, and him going,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
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 No, we did.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and keep going doing that.
He had a reason to go over there to China or over to Japan.
Yeah.
And China said, okay, we're gonna run war games over here and act like we're gonna invade. And Biden was like, I wish you would.
Yeah. Duder, did you catch Biden's action? Did you catch the action, or you didn't catch the action on what Biden said at the news conference?
A lot of people didn't like it.
I thought he called Taiwan Jackie, which I just thought was weird.
No.
I'll give you this.
If China invades Taiwan, that America is going to help Taiwan.
He was specific, and he said they said if they invade, would you help with military action? He was like, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
With and then she was like, huh? She was like, with military action? He was like, uh-huh.
For the first time, I didn't stutter.
He was like, uh-huh.
He was really clear and exact, and he didn't mince any words.
He really wasn't trying to back it off either. He was like, no. Want some, get some. Say something. Get some. You know what I mean? He was right there on the kind of started leaning on the podium and shit. He was like, yeah. And
Putin, he was like, he's feeling himself. He was like, he stood up to Putin. He was like, yeah, whatever.
Evidently, there was
now China wants to act. You want to get froggy?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they were like, what? What did he say? Insert racist comment here. What did he say? And then just because we're not doing the racist thing.
Thank you.
China's
no problem.
response was, okay, we're going to run war games over here.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like, I wish you would.
Yeah.
It was so bad that the Secret Service said, I think we got to get you out of the country.
I mean,
your mouth just got us in trouble.
When your boys are like tapping on your shoulder, yo, man, yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, bro,
and
yeah.
Like, what?
We didn't bring enough. We didn't bring them.
we
brought us, homie. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't bring enough this time. We thought we would just come. We come pick a fight. You know what I'm saying? Come over and pick a fight, man. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whoops.
I was like, well, there you go.
Oh, and then he dipped out, and then the press, the White House was like, oh, Biden, how he be. It's all
yeah,
good.
they tried to back that up, walk that off real, and he was like,
he was just saying that, I mean,
said what I said.
Yeah. He walked off, put his sunglasses on, hit Obama in the fist. He's like, boom, hit that, son. Well, me too. What? In the White House. In the White House. That's what he said.
It was a very decisive moment, and
Woo.
he made a very decisive decision, which is something that we haven't had in a while. And
Alzheimer's will do that to you.
he was hey.
This is where I have to start to question myself and look within and think about my entire worldview, because I already know me and G disagree.
Yeah.
But when I start coming out on the same side as 45 with these sort of things, it just makes me question, like, what am I doing wrong in my life? Because I don't think we should be policing the world. I don't think we should be telling China, try it, watch what happens. I don't think we should be telling Putin, try it, watch what happens. At some point, do you got to step in? Yeah, probably for world peace so the parrot doesn't freak out.
See?
But I like being the global police is something I've long thought the U.S. needs to step back on. Like, what is the whole point of NATO and all these united front agreements we have when we're still the ones puffing our chest out? Like, try it.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like he should be just like, NATO, bitch. It's cool. Whatever, man. NATO, bitch.
Look, I'm not going to do it. But
NATO, bitch. Yeah. NATO, bitch. I don't know. What you got out, NATO, bitch? I don't know. All right. I'm going to try to lighten this out as we get out of here. This has been a deep delegation of a show. We're going to go into test dude's knowledge. Again, G has no idea what we're talking about in baseball, and we believe the dude does. So, Dude, I'm going to give you the options today. The best of the best. The World Series or everyday players.
That's the best of the best.
I mean, of course he's going to go to the best of the best. What do you think you're going to go to the everyday players? You're going to go to the best of the best.
Everyday players call people racist names.
The best of the best. It has no stats here. I don't understand. There's one picture of Derek Jeter, so I don't really understand.
Oh, there you go. He's the best.
Is that it? Is that the best of the best? Derek Jeter is the best of the best. That's about it. I guess you get slid over to most World Series championships. Is that an easy one?
Probably not.
Okay.
This is individual player?
This is team.
Team.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. That's the Yankees.
Yeah. Well, again, you have 5 to go. But because it's so easy for you, we'll give you the Yankees right off the bat. You got any idea on how many the Yankees have?
27.
What? Oh, this guy. Okay. All right. You want to follow the most World Series championships following the Yankees? You want to follow it?
I mean, it gets difficult after that.
Okay.
It's going to be a couple of National League teams. It's going to be the Cardinals.
Are we going in order? I believe we are.
Tell me.
I believe we are. I believe we are going in order. You want to give Cardinals a number?
It's way less than 27.
It's way less than 27.
I'm going to say 7.
Well, it's a little more than that. It's your first loss of the day. You never know. It happens eventually. That's 11 for the St. Louis Cardinals. It does get tricky as you get down a little bit because they do
spread them around a little
Well, they may have moved. Let's just say
Brooklyn, LA Dodgers in there.
They might. I mean, are we talking? Are we doing orders? Or are we doing?
We're doing Brooklyn, LA Dodgers next.
Doing a Brooklyn, LA Dodgers number 3. That is going to be that's going to be incorrect. We're going to give them the number 5 spot. Still not bad. I mean, I'm impressed still. It is the Los Angeles Brooklyn Dodgers, as is written. I can't correct you. The book corrected you.
I mean, they were Brooklyn first. I don't know why you wouldn't say Brooklyn
I'm just reading, just reading the words, sir. And then any idea on the number? This is the 5 spot. You want to give this one to G?
Yeah, let's see what G thinks.
Okay, G. We're going for the number 5 spot. The St. Louis Cardinals. Did we get a number in there? Did we?
11.
We did get 11. Okay, and so we're on the number 5 spot. Los Angeles Brooklyn Dodgers on how many championships they won?
Yeah, let's go 5.
Not bad. 6. Not bad. We'll give you always within a point, right? We give G the point variable. Okay. You got 2 more. World Series most championships.
We're on all time. So I know that Connie Mack and the Philadelphia A's won a bunch of World Series. I think it was Connie Mack. But I think they've only won 1 in my lifetime. For the sake of keeping this discussion going and not just thinking the whole time,
All right.
I'm going to say the Philadelphia Oakland Athletics.
The Philadelphia Oakland Athletics. It's going to be that. Pull that tanker in there, Chief. Pull that tanker on back. She's a big boy, isn't she? Okay. That's going to be negative on that. You only have 1 more foghorn for. Actually, I think, did you get 50%? You did do 50% at this point. Actually, so you've already scored the board. You got 1 more guess here before we give them out. You're missing 2. Let's go, Utah.
Missing 2. We got the Dodgers, we got the Cardinals, we got the Yankees. It's not the Athletics.
Braves?
And this book was made when?
15.
2015, so it's not anybody who's born recently. Well, I know that the Red Sox won a bunch way back in the day, but then they had a long stretch where they didn't win any for a while. That's kind of tough. But I can't really think of any other teams who won a lot. The Cubs are lovable losers. The Angels have only won 1. A lot of teams weren't around the whole time. It's got to be someone who's been around this whole time. Like the Mariners came in '77.
You were saying
the
something
Rockies and
about
Marlins
like
came in '93.
You were saying something about not talking and just answering.
I was saying something about not talking. I'm just trying to think of the oldest teams because they got to be the oldest teams.
All right.
I feel like it's wrong, but I already got one wrong, so why not? I'm just
There you
gonna go for it.
All right, here you go.
I feel like the Red Sox won a bunch in like the 1800s.
There you go. And it's not a half bad pull there for the Red Sox there. 8, but you're right. It's probably a long time ago. So, and if you want to take a stab in the dark of the last one,
the Giants.
there you go. New York Giants and San Francisco Giants. Look at that.
Wow.
They got 7. Duder, as always, your knowledge of baseball makes me understand why you're single without kids. But we understand that you got all the knowledge in there. And so,
can you, for my knowledge, speaking of knowledge, can you just give them to me in order?
Yes, New York Yankees 27, St. Louis Cardinals 11, Boston Red Sox 8, San Francisco New York Giants, probably not in order, 7, and we'll say it how we like it, Brooklyn Los Angeles Dodgers 6.
All right.
So those are your go-tos, and it looks like we only got 1 more category for you, and that is the super stat, the most consecutive games played. Most consecutive.
I can definitely give you the first 2.
Oh man, do you have any idea of the numbers?
Cal Ripken is number 1, and it is 2,000. I'm going to say 2,500, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2,632. We'll give it to you. It's close enough. Man. I mean, there's no way I'm pulling that up. Cal Ripken Jr., by the way. Okay.
Yes.
Junior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Cal Ripken Jr.
Just before we go,
Lou Gehrig is the second one.
G, any idea of any of these guys going to hit the board right here? Most games ever played.
No.
Consecutive.
Yeah. Thank you.
No.
No. Yeah. I mean, I had no idea. None of these. I've heard the names though. When I hear the names, they familiar back. Lightning round, Duder. See what else you got.
Lou Gehrig 21-38.
21-30. Unless that's an 8. Nope. 21-30. Yeah. Not bad.
Right.
Not bad.
I mean, honestly, that's really all I got as far as consecutive games played. It would be straight guesses from here on out.
If you get one more,
because he's on most of the record books.
No, Hank Aaron. Sorry. If you get 2, you get 2 more guesses. If you get 1 more, you take the board for 50%.
Who else played a lot in consecutive games? Let's go with Ricky Henderson because he's on a lot of record books.
It's again on the Henderson. Everett Scott, Steve.
Never heard of him.
Okay, Steve Garvey.
Steve Garvey was going to be my
Steve
next
Garvey?
guess. Not
Yeah.
even lying.
1,207, Steve Garvey. And Miguel Tejada.
Tejada.
Okay, there you go. I know I was going to mess that up.
Never heard of him either.
Okay, there you go. Those are the other two ranking guys down there. And that's what you get if you go to the library. A little bit of that information, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of 1, 2. But if you're just a dude, don't call bullshit because he probably knows what he's talking about. It's all stashed away in there. Is he going to be like his father? Well, we'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know. Gentlemen, it's now time to head over to the room. And in this room over here, it looks like it's just going to be the poker room, gentlemen. Looks like there's a good games going on in the poker room. We have the Parrot over here in the poker room playing with evil-looking people for some reason. I don't know why the Parrot hangs out with evil people, but that's who the Parrot hangs out with. Parrot, keep it right. And then G over here.
Sell Tesla.
There it is.
Sell Tesla.
G over here at the craps tables. G, how's your luck been holding out over the craps tables, brother?
I can't stand craps.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Are you just mad that you can't stand? Are you mad that they don't have a section in the crap section, or is it just saying you don't like craps? Okay, everything's crap.
All. I'm gonna go with all the above.
All right, I won't blow on them, and I'll let you do the next roll. But
Ooh.
brother, any shout outs here before we get out of here today?
Oh, Ukraine taking out the generals. Woo!
We'll give them a little
Sinking
bit of
ships.
there you go.
And go Biden.
Yeah. Your man up there
Holding on to a pear.
Yeah. That's what I told somebody the other day. I said, you ever bluff with a pear? You know? I mean, you were just like, I don't even care. What?
Yeah.
Fours? Whatever, man. I don't even care. This is America right
Secret
there.
Service had to take him out.
We gotta
They
go,
were like,
bro.
We gotta go.
Well, please subscribe to at least 2 more groups for me so we find out more information when Biden goes back, because I think it's going to be hilarious. G, with sincerity.
Oh, and I forgot Morgan Freeman for being on the Can I Enter Russia list.
Oh, no. Did he really?
Yes.
Well,
Biden said no Morgan Freeman.
can't let all of us in there. That's racist. There you go. Now you know. G, until next time, man, please keep us informed on what's going on there with the family. And so, and our deepest condolences, man, seriously. Until next time, 7 out. Oh, well. All right. Slide over here. It looks like Blackjack. Duder sitting here. Dude, this always confuses me about you and Blackjack, because you always sit here, but no one ever sits with you, and you play all the other hands, but it's just you playing all the other hands of Blackjack. And I don't know why I think it's cheating when you're doing it, but you do this every time, so it can't be cheating. So what is it that you're doing here?
Winning.
I
win every time.
I say, okay. It must be. And that's not racist, by the way. I just wanted, sometimes you got to clarify things.
Gotta be sure.
You got to be knowing. Dude, are any shout outs here at the show before we get out of here?
I want to shout out the University of Oklahoma women's softball team in the College World Series. They set a record winning their most recent game 20-0. So shout out the Oklahoma Sooners softball team.
There you go.
I'd also like to shout out the Arizona Wildcats softball team, simply because that's my school and we're still in the tournament.
To your school, alma mater, rah rah rah. So hook it, and thank you, Duder, for keeping ladies softball in the continued idea. I hope the Parrot has something to talk about it. It may bring world peace. In general.
To all of our listeners, I will say, if you're ever in a bar and someone asks them to turn it from football or the basketball playoffs, which is what I did this weekend, to softball, you can probably be sure it's me.
And you'll know the guy next to him, because he'll say, "No, sir, lady softball," and he'll look at me crazy.
Yeah.
But and just Just want to be specific. Maybe he was going to turn on the men's. All right. Well, Tudor, let's get out of here. Good luck, Ukraine. Here you got another couple months before Putin gives up. So good luck to that. To everybody else out there, hope you guys have a good week. Dude and Debo is going to be back here again next week. Might have some same team with us and another parrot. And I hope to see you guys then. All right, everybody else there? Peace.
Racist.